Alright, so lesson learned this morning. I went deer hunting. On the way to the stand, I see a doe, about 20 yards. I have a crossbow that shoots 390 feet per second, and it is completely zeroed in. Spot on. Now, the only hiccup is that I carried 3 arrows with me. 2 have a 100-grain rage, and the other, I'm not even 100% sure what that is, like a G5 knockoff. But that's okay. I just put it on there in case I see a coyote or a fox, or I want to take a shot at a possum because I'm having a rough day. I don't know. It's just there, okay? Well, I don't have time to switch my arrows. So I'm like, well, it's fine. It'll still kill a deer. I'm at 20 yards. How could I possibly miss? So I raise my crossbow. I put the crosshairs right on the money. Pull the trigger. Hear it thump. See it jump straight up in the air. I'm like, oh yeah, dead deer. Well, I go sit in the stand anyway, because, it's still real early, and maybe I'll get the opportunity at another deer. Maybe a good buck will walk by. I sit there for a while, see a couple deer, no opportunity. So I climb on down and go find my arrow, and that's a lot of white hair. I decide to check my arrow. That ain't a lot of blood for something that should have just went through something's heart. I figured there'd be a blood trail like crazy. I mean, I know it was a solid shot, right? That's it. That's the only blood I found. That's it. I've picked a scab and bled more than that. Well, I call my brother, tell him what's happened, and he asks if I've practiced with that broadhead. Practiced with that one. I hadn't practiced with that broadhead. Like at all. Well, I think surely, with a crossbow shooting 390 feet per second and a scope at 20 yards, it couldn't make that big of a difference. So I come home and test it. There's my rage. Right? 22 yards. Exactly where I want it. Well, that's the other broadhead. I'm shooting at this circle right here, and that's the drop. Pretty dramatic difference within 22 yards. So the moral of the story is, if you don't want to be heartbroken like me and order pizza instead of having back straps, don't be lazy. Practice with whatever you plan on bringing in the field.